Hello and welcome to what is part 16 of Fallout New Vegas stealth build run. Well, actually, this is supposed to be part 17 of Fallout New Vegas stealth build run. Part 16 was recorded and lost due to some technical issues. Also, it's been quite some time since the last part was recorded. Again, due to some personal reasons and some technical issues, I was not able to put out more of the gameplay of the same game. I'm actually coming back to this after a year and a half myself, so picking this up where I left off, just wanted to kind of complete this and showcase this build in full action. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead. Now, this is me doing a voiceover of this playthrough. I did do the recording of part 16, but again, part 17, but 16, since 16 was lost. So I lost the recording. My microphone was not on, or there were some technical issues. So when I saved the video, which is close to 50-minute long, I realized that the microphone wasn't working. So I did a few tests before that. I don't know why this happened, but anyway. So now we're at the spot where I've downloaded a software which allows me to do a voiceover and kind of do that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So here I'm just kind of showing where I'm at and what part 16 entails. So part 16, I level up to 14. Last we left off, I was 13, and I've got 15,682 EXP. I did do one quest. It's called My Kind of Town. And having done that, I managed to accumulate enough EXP. In part 15, we were going down to do the Volare quest, but it was a little bit more challenging and we needed to get the stealth build running before we could do that. So instead I decided going south of Grit Springs and making my way to Prim and do the quest My Kind of Town and Classic Inspiration. Couple of quests of Classic Inspiration as well, because they netted a good amount of EXP. So that's just taking photographs of various landmarks for Michelangelo. So that's part of what I've completed as well. So having done that, now I cannot complete the full quest because the quest requires us to go to Helios 1 and Nowak, which is a fair bit ways off. And again, if I try to make my way from New Vegas to those cities, it is filled with a lot of danger, and I do not want to engage enemies. I'm trying to avoid engaging enemies as much as I can. So we'll table that for now. Instead, we're going to go south and try to complete some of the quests south of Good Springs. These are low-level quests, so they will net out a little bit less EXP, but it should be enough for us to kind of progress within the quest and make our way towards our ultimate destination, which is the Old World Blues DLC. The reason why we're going to Old World Blues is because we need a constant supply of stealth boys, so that we can get enough, so we can stay cloaked for as long as we want to. Here I'm kind of going over the perks. So I did take the chemist perk. Stealth boy duration is doubled because stealth boys are considered chems. So stealth boy originally lasts for 2 minutes, but with Logan's loophole I can get it to last 4 minutes, and with this perk now it lasts 8 minutes. So it's multiplicative increase. I'm also gonna get another day tripper perk, which is taken which you get automatically once you've taken 25 chems, and that increases again multiplicatively the duration of chems by additional 33%. So I'm gonna have over 10 minutes of real-time stealth boy effect by using a single stealth boy. The next perk that I need before I want to venture out into the world of Old World Blues is silent running, because with silent running I can make use of the stealth boy, which I only have one of, lasts for 10 minutes, and it'll allow me to walk undetected. So that's very important, because even with the stealth boy on, there's a lot of enemies that can still hear you walk. There's really high level of perception in this game, and lots of enemies like Cazadors. Cazadors will still see you or can sort of detect you, even with stealth boy and silent running perk. But I'm just setting myself up. So yeah, so as you see, the sneak is 50 and agility of 6 would allow me to get the silent running perk. So that's what I'm gonna get at level 16. and then off you go to Old World Blues. Now, I don't technically need to do that. I can go at level 15. Old World Blues will give me enough EXP to do that, to get to 16. Okay, I'm just trying to explain like what silent running does. So this is how your character walks when crouched, and this makes sound. Okay, so enemies nearby can hear you even though you're crouched. This is how you're walking or running while standing. Now, here's how you would walk slowly, and this is how you're supposed to walk while in sneak mode. This is how you're not making any noise. But with silent running perk, you can walk like this, and you still won't make any noise, or at least not with most enemies. Some will still detect you, as was the case when we started this run. Death Claws were still able to kind of detect us because they have such high perception that without silent running, they'll still see you. Anyway, so that's up for the agenda right now. So that's the plan. So we need to get to 16, and so we're gonna proceed with some quests to go ahead and do that. So again, I'm just kind of showing the markers where it's set for classic inspiration, but that's not what we want to do. Instead, we're going south of Prim. We're going to make our way down there from Prim towards the Mojave Outpost, which is further south. Excuse me. And from there, we're going to try to make our way towards Nipton. And Nipton is very near to where we want to be, the Mojave Drive-In, as it appears on the map there. So once we've done those two quests, I think we should be able to get enough EXP. Now, there is a quest in Mojave Outpost which we will do. So that's the first quest that I was saying. And then the other one is the one in Nipton. Excuse me. I apologize for my throat. So yeah, so that's just what I'm saying. I'm showing the marker and where I intend to go. Maybe even at the Cottonwood Cove there. But that remains to be seen if I want to do that or not. I do want more stealth boys, so it might not be a bad idea to kind of make my way to Cottonwood Cove to get some stealth boys, but we'll see. So for now, yeah, that's the intended destination, and then we'll see where we go from there. So yeah, so going to head towards Prim, and then down south. I realize the voice of the game is pretty loud, so there will be times when I don't talk, in which case just the game voice should make up for it, I think. So here we are at Prim, and this is the town this is the quest we did, the My Kind of Town quest. I've resolved it in a manner that I am comfortable with. And I see I'm no longer well rested, so I think I'll actually go back to get myself rested. Here I go to Good Springs, thinking I'll get the well-rested bonus. As one of the trailers here, there's a lot of beds, just to kind of get rid of your sleep meter, because we're playing in hardcore mode. But I realized to my surprise that this does not give you the well-rested bonus. You need to sleep in an owned bed. This will reset your sleep meter, but it will not give you the well-rested bonus, which is what I was looking for. So here I'm thinking that I got it, but lo and behold, I do not. So I have to go back to New Vegas because the penthouse is where I should be getting the well-rested bonus. This has made me think that I should have multiple bases across New Vegas so that I'll be closer to getting a bed. Just to get a bed. I mean, I think we can get a base at Nowak. I know that for sure. I don't know if you can get one at Good Springs if you do their quest, but I don't know. We'll see. So here we are, back at the strip, and we're just going to do our resting bonus and all that stuff. Nothing too crazy. Oh, one other thing. I was struggling with the controls here while I was playing this. Again, playing this after quite some time. So I was trying to figure out how to auto walk. So I'm constantly having to press W to walk, but I was trying to just auto walk. So I was like, how do I do that? So the way to do that is if you go to your controls, you'll see the WASD, the standard, and you can auto move, sorry, not walk, by pressing Q. So you can set this to whatever button you're comfortable with, and then just kind of go ahead and do that. Now I'm struggling just to get to the main screen. There you go. So now I've hit Q and I'm able to walk around, just moving my mouse around whilst having the button Q. So you don't have to keep the Q button pressed, you can just hit it once and your character will just keep walking, which is what I like. So yeah, again, just back at Lucky 38, talking to Victor, gonna go up to the suite, get my well-rested bonus, drink some water, eat some food, get that reset as well. Sleep and water are the easy ones to fill up. It's the food which is the hard one. So you need to constantly be looking for food in this game. You can always buy it from merchants once you've kind of looted the whole place. But I think places respawn here as well, much like Fallout 4. So there you have it. I've got my well rested, and I guess food is a little bit less, so I'm gonna take some food. Or not. I guess I'm okay with that for now. And back at the casino and back into the world. So yeah, 11 minutes in I realize as I'm doing this voiceover recording that I tend to rant quite a bit. Maybe that is something I need to work on as I make these videos a little bit more time efficient. Now is the point where the walkthrough is finally started. So maybe getting the well-rested bonus and all that off camera so that we can just kind of focus on the content of the video instead of wasting like 11 minutes 40 seconds. Okay, so I've got my marker set and off we go. Okay, now I've got my marker set, so there you go. Finally making my way. Now there is a sort of another location here that has some enemies. I don't remember what it is called, but once I run into it, I shall be sure to. I know what the location is. That's why I've set the chainsaw ready to go. Now here I realized that I was playing this game only just for this part, because this is the first part I recorded on the new laptop, so I had to reinstall the game from scratch. So whenever you install the game from scratch, it defaults your difficulty to normal regardless of which save file you're playing. So normally I play on very hard, but it's defaulted it to normal, so it's not a big deal because I sneak kill these guys, so and the EXP doesn't really change, but I will reset the difficulty. For the first 15 parts of this walkthrough, I was playing at very hard difficulty in hardcore mode. So our hardcore mode is still on, but the difficulty was not set to very hard. Again, I confused it with Fallout 4 because once you set the difficulty in survival in Fallout 4, it's automatically set at very hard, so it doesn't matter. So here I'm just taking all the stuff that I need, looking at the price to weight to value ratio. Again, my inventory is running low, so there's also that. So there's 4 guys outside here. Okay, so it's the Nevada Highway petrol station, so that's what it is, or the patrol station, sorry. It wouldn't be like a gas station, it's like a patrol that's patrolling here. Okay, so I totally missed these guys here. I'm like, I see 2 people in the compass tick down on the bottom left hand corner, but I'm like, where are they? I'm trying to hit VATS, and here they catch me completely off guard. And they jump here, they start shooting, and I'm like, whoa, there they are. And I quickly make work on them with just a single chainsaw hit too. I'm like, this looks rather suspicious. But here's where I realized that I was actually not playing at that difficulty, which I was supposed to play at. So I don't know where I set the difficulty back to normal. I think it's a little bit further down the video, but it's within this area. So I killed basically like 4 people, so I wouldn't count this as too bad. Yeah, I'm just trying to repair some stuff here because I'm over capacity. And honestly, I shouldn't even be picking this stuff up because it just doesn't have the same value. And I've got a lot of caps, and I can still make more caps. There's 2 more casinos I know, like Prim. I don't know if I've hit that Prim casino. Again, last video, so maybe something I'll explore in the future part just to see if I've cleared out that casino. There's 5 casinos in New Vegas, 3 uh, in the Strip and 2 outside. So there's 1 in Prim, and then there's 1 in Freeside, the Garrett twins. So they have a max cap payout of I think 5,000 or something. Oh, okay, so I killed 2 more people before resetting the difficulty. So okay. Yeah, I'm just mowing through them, and I thought that, okay, yeah, I mean, this is easy, like, just the difficulty and whatnot. It's not a big deal. But yeah. So yeah, let's see here. Okay, so again, I'm just trying to like clear out some of the stuff here. So yeah, it's I still haven't looked at the difficulty meter here for myself. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get this Guns and Bullets book so that I'll be able to do this properly. So yeah, just gonna continue looting here. So some of the cabinets that I found. Okay, so just kind of looking around here, trying to get anything of value. So let's take the ammunition there. I realized that at this point I realized that I should probably be leaving a lot of the stuff behind. So I decide to do the very thing. 10 9mm, and I think I'll leave the rest where it is. Is that a brain? Wow, okay. I think I made a comment to that when I was originally playing, like, I mean, wow, there's like a part of brain is literally left here, which is kind of cool. Okay, so carrying on, I think I'm gonna start looting the bathrooms and all that. Some of the stuff here, okay, average locked door, so that's good EXP right there. Yeah, I realized. Now this is where I realized. Okay. Yeah, there you go. It's cinematic. I wanted to cancel the cinematic, and that's when I realized. I'm like, oh, am I playing on normal? And I choose to do very hard, and I'm like, okay, wow, all those mantises I killed, and all those people I killed, 6 people. So that's fine. I don't think it penalizes you with less EXP, but if it does, I mean, all for the better. Because it's only fair that you get more EXP when you're at a higher difficulty. In any case, I'm at a higher difficulty now, so no harm done. I'm going to proceed to opening all these other doors, trying to find anything of value here. And yes, here are a bunch of mantises who have successfully killed this one person. Hydra, which is a chem. So that's perfect. I can actually use that to increase and get myself that chemist perk. I'll go ahead and just kill these guys. And yeah, as you can see, I mean, even in very hard difficulty, the game's like super easy. I mean, these mantises are super easy. So not much lost there. Picking up all the items, all of food. I mean, I've got a lot of wine and alcohol, so I'm not gonna bother with that. But the rest of the stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And this is where I leave. And now we shall be making our way to the proper Mojave outpost and see what we can find. So you see that bridge right there on the left? Yeah, that's where you actually have to engage those enemies. So I don't think they spawn at this point, but they will. Oh, and yes, here I was going to test, okay, what sort of damage am I going to be dealing on these enemies, because there's going to be rat scorpions here, which is a tougher enemy than the mantises. So I thought, okay, well, I mean, you know, just to make up for that, let's see how much damage I'm going to be dealing with these guys. So I have lost a little bit of health, and I have all the EXP bonuses that I need. And there you go. And that's a proper rat scorpion, so that one as well. Again, no match. Ooh, that's 3. Okay, so that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, as I said, 4. Wow, okay. That's a lot of rat scorpions. But yeah, chainsaw makes good work on that. Now, I did take some damage there, but again, it's poultry compared to the damage that I'm outputting. There's like 1 still left. There he is. There's a mini one, so not a big deal. But even the big ones I was able to kill pretty easily. So yeah, at this point of the game, yeah, you should start hitting up the easier areas of the game, because it's better to get EXP that way, versus the area around New Vegas, which is going to be much tougher now. The game expects you to be there like at the end of Act 1, which is like pretty much mid-game, 15, 16, 17, so. And there is this shop here, Road to Nipton shop. I'm like, what is the name of the shop? It's like, so I look at it again, I'm like, oh, door to Nipton Road. I'm like, okay, is that a Nipton shop? Because there's no Nipton here. Because Nipton has its own really interesting story. So, oh, an average log door, that's good. For me, I'm not going to pick up much of any of this stuff, because again, this is going to put me over capacity, but I think I find a merchant pretty soon, so I'm able to offload most of the stuff so I can get on to my looting, which is, I love that. So I left all this, and there's an ammunition container here which has ECP, which I'll take. You never know when you're going to be needing ECP. ECP is used for, I think, like Gatling laser, which is really a good weapon in this game. It says pugilism illustrated there, so I'm just going to take that. I think that's like a skill book too, so I don't know why I didn't decide to just take that. I think I mistook that for like a Boxing Times magazine, so I'm just going to take guns and bullets here, because I need to put my weight down a little bit. So it's 2 kilograms right there, so yeah. Excuse me. So again, just carrying on. Again, I was just checking the difficulty, you know, just to make sure. So yes, very much set to very hard, and off we go. So again, my health is a little bit low here, so I think I'm going to take some medicine, or I think drink some Sunset Sarsaparilla to heal myself. Yeah, more ammunition here, but I was like, whatever, I don't need this. Again, this is fairly early game, so the ammunition here is going to be limited, and it's going to be fairly low level. This is probably the first place the game expects you to go, like first major faction sort of thing. Like, I guess Prim is got NCR there, but like the Mojave Outpost, this is the first place, and this is the furthest from New Vegas. Probably the edge of New Vegas here. So like beyond this, like there's like other territory going on. So again here, I don't know why I came. Oh yeah, okay. So there's some food here that I can take, which is really valuable for hardcore runs. Just trying to get my iron sights on that. And carrying up on. So there's all these cars and trucks littered about. I mean, I could enter this. I'll take the scrap electronics. At this point, I'm like, I really need to offload stuff because I love looting. Like all these open world RPGs, love looting. And recently, I had the opportunity to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and I absolutely loved it. And again, that game too has a lot of like looting aspects related to that. So I love doing that. So at the point that I made the first 15 parts, I didn't actually play Legend of Zelda. So I don't talk about that, but starting this point onwards, I'm going to start talking about that more and more. Just going to talk to this guy just to kind of get his dialogue out of the way, see if he's going to give me any quests. Yeah, he's going to give me more history lessons I don't care about, because I've already read this multiple times. Those are Braven skeletons. I guess it's like their butcher house or whatever. And this guy, yes, he's the trader. I'm gonna trade away stuff that I don't need. So dynamite first, all of it. Incinerator, the rest I'll keep. And hockey mask. I don't care about unarmed 5. Leather armor. Merc outfit. Although unarmed 5 might be used for a speech check. I'll keep the old cowboy hat because of the perception. And that's about it. Nope, I don't care about any of this stuff. Although, yes, this is what I'm saying. I have a lot of alcohol, which I probably don't need. I'm gonna not use it, so maybe leave or store it at the... Because I'm gonna store it. Yeah, I'll keep the rest. Syringe, clipboard, hammer, paperweight, turpentine, and the rest is fine. Okay. I don't think I need anything else. Yeah, so this is materials that I was kind of hovering over a moment ago for the weapon repair kit. So I'm going to hold on to that, but I'll get rid of the ammunition, not the 10mm, the .375 or .357 or whatever. And some of this stuff, I think just the NCR money I'll get rid of because I don't care much about the NCR money. Caps is where it's at. And I think that's about it. And I'm just going to check what he has. Tri-beam laser rifle, that's not bad, but again, going for melee right now, so don't really care much about that. And I think that would be about it. Excuse me. Yeah, 169, far better. Still gonna put away a lot of this aid items because I'm carrying them around, I'm not using them. Maybe food is something I should just store permanently in my base because I'm going over the base so much. I'm not needing to eat food other than outside of the base, within the base, so I'm start gonna storing it. So now this is Ghost, so she'll offer me a quest, which I'm gonna take, and her quest is basically you have to explore the ruins of Nipton. So you're gonna go to Nipton and figure out what happened to Nipton because there's smoke coming out of it. So I'll just go ahead and select that, and I'll just go over the story that she offers. I'm gonna just plow on through the dialogue. As I said, I've done this, and I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna let them finish over the dialogues yet. So pause the video if you wish to look at the dialogue more, just to read it. And then there's another quest here. There's 3 quests I think here. So there's this person gives you a quest, then there is Cass who gives you a quest, and then the ranger who gives you a quest. Yeah. So all of this is marked as steel because this belongs to NCR and we have no faction reputation to bypass this. I wonder if once you complete his quest, does this become free? All these NCR troopers. Now you could steal their dog tags, which gives you, which you can then turn into the Legion to gain some karma with them. They think that you've killed all these NCR people, while I've actually just stolen stuff from them. I'll come to this later though. I think I need a steady supply of stealth boys before I do that, because you need a lot of stealth to do this. Even though the value is 1, the chance to fail is pretty high without a stealth boy. I find like if I'm pickpocketing like 40 of them, there's a higher chance that I'll fail. So just go around all the camps and collect like 50 or so, and then hand them over to the Legion, and then they'll give you like something in return. So higher reputation with the Legion gives you access to their Legion safe house. Now this is Cass. She's a potential follower, and this is in relation to a quest she was going to offer and a quest that we previously did for Alice McLafferty with the Crimson Caravan. So hers is a Cassidy Caravan, and she got double crossed basically by Crimson Caravan. Now Crimson Caravan, having double crossed her, now want to buy out her caravan because they just want to kill the competition. So she gives you the various options here. So if I had 75 speech, I'd be able to just do this, but I'll have to do the 50 speed check, which I'll have to. So I'm just gonna check here. Yeah, I don't think I have enough. Even with the naughty nightmare, I don't have enough speech. Yeah, I still have 65. I don't have 75, so I can't just resolve the quest. So I have to do something else for one of the rangers here. But yeah. So yeah, her quest. So once you do this, Alice McLafferty's quest is completed, and she'll give you like a bunch of EXP and whatnot. So just quick saving, just to kind of make sure that I don't pick the wrong option. Yeah. Sniper on the roof. Yeah, she's gonna tell you about all the people here, but I've already spoken to these people. So yeah. She doesn't like the monument outside, that's why she hates it. Covered in blood, figuratively, but she's going to talk about all the, you know, NCR annexation and the Legionnaires and all that stuff. So some story stuff. We're in a feud war, blah, blah, blah. Interesting stuff, but I've done it so many times that it's very interesting, to be honest. Actually, I shouldn't be so flippant about it. It's really interesting. But it'll be another video when I talk in more detail about that stuff. So I did the 50 speech check. And I'm gonna let the ranger. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Still. Yes, Ranger Jackson. That's the guy. I'm gonna talk to him, do his quest, and then I'll be here to get her out of here. To resolve or potentially start her quest. So she gives you heartache by the number. That's her quest, and this is also a pretty cool quest that I would potentially like to complete. Depends. I don't know if I'll complete it or not because it's a pretty tough quest. Like there's an ambush, or you could let Cass die. Depends. I personally like Cass to survive, but let's see here. So yeah, so this is the guy. He can repair pretty much any armor and weapons you've got. If you don't have the materials to repair it yourself or high enough repair skill. His repair skill is 100, but he'll charge you caps for it. So if you don't want to invest in repair, you can just come here and repair the items for you. So, and each, depending on the type of item, the price will be progressively higher. So I'll go ahead and repair the Armored Vault 13 jumpsuit. I think I go with the old cowboy hat because I don't want to spend too many caps. I spend like 50 caps and I'm done. Although I have a lot of caps, but I don't care. I'm not going to repair the machine gun. That's why I've got the weapon repair kits. So, fun thing to note, weapon repair kits will only repair weapons, not armor. So armor you still have to repair through him. I don't think there's an armor repair kit or a station or anything to do that. So, but you can repair the armor to 100% condition as well, which is something you want to keep because that'll give you higher damage threshold. So that's very important. Our bulletproof, rocket proof, everything proof armor. And this guy's just typing on thin air, which happens sometimes. I'm just looking for Ranger Jackson, which once I find, I'll just activate his quest. He's usually walking around this specific area. I'm just exploring the various cabinets and all that. Oh, it's Wonder Glue. I think I do take that. Tyrant I don't care about, but Wonder Glue I will take. So that's good. I've lost karma. That's okay. And yeah, I'm not going to take any of this food because it's marked as steal. And there's more stuff here that I could take. Toolbox, which has wrenches. Now, wrenches was something I was in short supply of. So I'm going to take this. And I don't care about that. And that's that, I think. Another Wonder Glue. I'll take that. I sneaks high enough that this guy doesn't detect me. So there he is. We'll go over his story. So he'll want to clear some giant ants nearby. So we can go ahead and do that. Fairly easy thing to do. Not super hard. And yeah. Any luck up the track? I'll be going now. And again, just gonna check my well-rested bonus. I hope I have it. Yeah, I do. And I'm gonna continue going and just... Yeah, I switched to the armored wall suit. And go ahead and just kind of take that down. So this is fairly close by from where we are at. So again, as I said, this is a fairly early quest, so you don't have to go too far. A lot of these quests in Mojave Outpost have a heart-based theme to them. Can you find it in your heart and heartache by the number, based on the songs that play in New Vegas. So, you know, I guess it's appropriate. It's really fun running down this hill. It's hard to make that jump. But all these cars were caught up whilst the bombs dropped, so they never moved, and even 200 years later, they still haven't moved. This is one of the things that irks me about the Fallout universe, that they have had 200 years to move forward. I think Fallout 1 did a better job. Like, you see all these towns, rundown buildings and whatnot. Fallout 1, on the other hand, like the village of Shady Sands, had like a proper settlement with new-ish buildings and crops and whatnot, whereas Fallout 3, Fallout 4, New Vegas don't have that. I mean, you still have the same rundown 200-year-old buildings, and you know, you would think that they would have the infrastructure to build the newer buildings, especially in New Vegas. I mean, they're still using the old casino, which have been preserved for 200 years, which is okay, makes sense. But I mean, for a city like New Vegas, they have the infrastructure and technology. Michelangelo designs all the signs. They have electricity. They know how this stuff works. They should have made some progress. But I guess war prevents that. But I would imagine House would definitely do something about that. Which is one of the reasons why I choose House's ending. He is, I mean, he's, okay, first of all, he's a pre-war guy, and he's living on like an iron lung, whatever, life support stuff, and he cannot step out of it. But I feel he has the best idea in making progress within the New Vegas area. And when he says, if you go his ending, do his ending, one of the things he says is that I'm gonna put people back on the moon in like 50 years or something. I'm like, this guy is not lying. He basically is the reason why New Vegas survives. But again, the challenge with going with House is that eventually he will die. And do we have a good succession going on? And whoever is to succeed House, who would it be? Is it the courier? And are we the better choice? We're more like to want to do things rather than have any grand mission or vision or whatever to save you know, the world or whatever, or rebuild the world. We're about saving the world but not rebuilding it. Rebuilding is boring. But I feel the strip offers, whenever I come here, I feel it offers so much hope that, hey, we have all this technology, this has survived. Look at this place. It's practically untouched. It's just touched by the ravages of time. Other than that, the electricity is here, generators are here, vaults are here. I feel it's really sad in certain ways. I mean, it's also pretty impressive. I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic world, so it's pretty, you have to see like this whole rundown sort of environment. Otherwise, it doesn't feel like a post-apocalyptic game to me. But I feel that in addition to that, they could make certain cities like pristine and new. Like, hey, we did our construction. We're back at it. We're putting things back together. I mean, Fallout 4 has like a diner in the middle, which still has a skeleton from 200 years ago. I mean, clean up that place. You can't just set up shop there, right? I mean, there's merchants there, but there's also skeletons sitting around. Like, in 200 years, you should have had better infrastructure by now. The industry should start going back up again, especially in these smaller settlements where they're able to defend. Like New Vegas obviously is a great settlement, but like even say like in Fallout 4 Diamond City, it's not just like a town constantly being ravaged by raiders. It has proper defenses, security, it has a jailhouse. I would imagine they would be working in textile and crop farming, everything, but they don't. They're basically like any other settlement outside of Diamond City, but just trying to survive. You know, I would like to see those differences where the rooms are clean, the buildings are new, there's a fresh paint job done. I mean, Diamond City has a mission where you have to fetch paint. You would think they would be setting up their own buildings a little bit better. Right? I think they could have done way better. You know, showing Diamond City look a little bit more pristine, but it doesn't seem that way. You know, the same rundown hovel sort of scene, even the higher neighborhood where people say, oh hey, this is the upper, we're the part of the upper echelon, doesn't feel that way. So I was just gonna get, so back to New Vegas, we were just resetting our well-rested bonus. Now that we have it, we can just go to talk to this guy and take the reward and NCR fame gained and completed the quest, and we also leveled up. So here's where I'm thinking, where should I put all these points? I think I end up going with, I do not recall. I think I do put some in melee weapons, but I think I put about, I think survival and melee weapons, because the rest I have reached at the breakpoints that I want it to be. Especially like medicine, with the medicine outfit and the magazine, I can get plus 25, which is honestly quite incredible. So I was thinking repair to 60, but I decided against it. Instead I went with melee weapons. So yeah, because I wanted to start dealing more damage, despite the fact that I don't think I'll be able to deal much damage to robots at this point in time. So anyway, I'm hoping to reach 16 though, just so that I can get the perk that I need. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. But yeah, I mean, Fallout 5, I would really like to see a game where the world is a whole lot better. Like, it should look a whole lot better. It should look like this. It should look a whole lot better. Okay, so yeah, we convinced Ranger Jackson, and then she decides to sign off our document, and then we can recruit her, or she'll stay here. Yeah, so she gives you the whiskey rose perk. This, I think, prevents you from getting addicted to alcohol, because she herself is an addict, so she can help you out with that. So I just want to talk to her and then just relieve her, because I don't want to play with any companions at this moment in time. It's time for us to part ways and go. She has a lot of dialogue to offer at this point in time, but I mean, this is another thing I love about New Vegas versus Fallout 4. There's so much dialogue with all these characters. Once you've recruited them, like recruiting them is a mission, and then once you've recruited them, they give you more missions, which is quite incredible. I mean, Fallout 4 had the same, but their system didn't, I don't think it was as good. So here I'm hoping that my well-rested bonus doesn't fade away before I talk to Alice McClafferty. And just because I'm traveling so much. And I think it doesn't. And I go and complete this quest as well. So I've checking my EXP, how much I need. I think I need about 2,000 more. So yeah, still ways to go, but we're gonna do Nipton. We're gonna do part of Mojave Drive-In, see how far we get, and then we'll need to complete old world blues basically. So yeah, so two things that you gave me, I have completed them, and Crimson Caravan is not a problem either. And there you go, 605 EXP. And then she gives you another quest. Oh yeah, bottling plant quest. So I was thinking about doing this as well. Cap currency, pressing matters. Yeah. Okay, so I just run through the dialogue there, and then I think I may complete this as well. We'll see. Yeah, better to hit 16 than not, but yeah, so 1700, 17,000, so I've got like 1750 or 1650 XP more to go, which is quite a lot. But I think I can do the bottling plant because there's a lot of robots in there, so I can just turn them off. And yeah, disable the bottling press, which is an actual problem because we don't want counterfeit caps being made. Yeah, so from McCarran we can actually make our way there. But I do wonder if it is still safe to kind of make our way there. Yeah, I think it's just across the street, but still. Yeah, just gonna go over Mojave Drive-In. This is where my objective is, but I'm gonna hit Nipton and then potentially even hit the bottling press just to get more EXP. Try to hit 16 as much as I can without getting into too much danger. Again, I've died twice in this run. I was hoping to do 0, 1 the first time I did when I was level 1, and I died to a mine the second time to a golden gecko, after which I abandoned that mission. But this is an acceptable amount of failure to me. I'm still playing this incredibly safely, you know, going back and forth to New Vegas using stealth boys. And then once Old World Blue starts, I will make it even more safer for myself. Just have all those stealth boys, which would make life so much easier. It's a shame that you can't really exit Old World Blues unless you're done with the DLC in its entirety. But that's okay. I mean, it'll just give me more level to play around with and give me more perk points, and then come back here. I will have no issues whatsoever completing the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I'm gonna go rehydrate myself before I start the new playthrough, and make sure my food supply is okay as well. Thinking of what to eat. I really need a survival skill to hit 50. There is a perk that I need. Caravan lunch 320 food, which is really good, but I think I'll just take Brahmin steak. And I have food at 126, so yeah, H2O. Yeah, if there was an easy fix for food, that would be good. Like there should be a food vending machine or something like that in your base, or like a farm. Maybe set up a farm which allows you to just get stuff. I know it's irradiated, but I can fix radiation through Radaway or going to a doctor or whatever. So yeah, so that's that. I think this would be pretty much the end of the video. I have accomplished what I needed to accomplish. Need to hit 1 more level, so next video and maybe 1 more after that, few more quests to be done. I'm thinking about looking for a stealth boy. I'll see if I need to or not. If not, then I'll try to make my way in Old World Blues just with 1 stealth boy. It's going to be really hard though, with just a single stealth boy, but I'll see what I can do. And I'll be sure to do a practice run of that before I proceed with this, with actually recording this, just to, you know, give myself a little bit of a preparation instead of going in there blindly. So yeah, this is about it. This concludes the video, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.